As many of you know, actor Toby Kebell is set to play the villain in the upcoming Fantastic Four reboot hitting AMC Theatres on August 7th. However, in a recent interview with Collider, Kebell has revealed several major changes to his Doctor Doom character from the comic books. First, his name will just be Doom instead of Dr. Doom. His real name will be Victor Domashev instead of Victor Von Doom. And instead of being the leader of the fictional nation of Latveria, he's an antisocial programmer who posts under the online handle Doom. John, what is your reaction to all these changes?
Okay, you know what? My initial reaction is, why would you do all that? But, and I'm going to be really unpopular by urging caution in our reaction here, all right? Is this a departure? It looks like a departure, but let's step back a few years. Let's go back to that Christopher Nolan film, Batman Begins, or more specifically, The Dark Knight. Okay, there have been several iterations of what the Joker's backstory is, but most of them all revolve around this. He was a gangster. He was Red Hood for a bit. Because of, or indirectly because of, an altercation with Batman, he ends up in a vat full of chemicals that causes this and that, They got rid of all of that for The Dark Knight. There's none of that. He wasn't a gangster before. He wasn't the Red Hood. There was no running into the Batman who threw him in the vat of chemicals, blah, blah, blah. This is almost identical to that situation. And if you had said to a lot of the online fanboys like us at the time, hey, yeah, the new Joker never was Red Hood, never was a gangster, didn't become the Joker because of Batman, didn't get thrown in a vat of chemicals, we all would have been up in arms with pitchforks saying, you're not giving us the real Joker. But what happened? We saw Heath Ledger's iteration of the Joker, and while it was unique, it completely captured the spirit and the darkness and all that kind of stuff of what we imagine the Joker to be. Is all this stuff that Toby Kebbell's talking about a big departure? Absolutely is. Could it be a disastrous turn? Yes, it might. But let's remember the lesson we learned about the Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker. Let's see if the Doom he gives us, while all that background stuff may not be completely changed, that when he dons the armor, when he becomes Doom, does he do what Heath Ledger does? Does he capture the essence and the darkness and the heart of what the character is, despite the fact that they changed? Look, I actually like that they changed his name from Victor Von Doom, leader of the mythological fake nation Latveria. I'm okay with all that. Antisocial programmer whose online handles Doom. Okay, you got me there. That's a little strange. You got me. But let's wait till we see some stuff about what this Doom is going to look like and what he's going to act like before we get too worked up. Because like I said, just think about Heath Ledger's Joker and the background there, and that was a little bit scary too, and it worked out just fine. So I don't know. Am I being overly optimistic, Mark, or what's going on?
My first thought when I read the news was I'm selling this because Victor Von Doom did not go to evil medical school for all those years to just be called Doom. But then you start to think about it, and you're like, you know what? The Fantastic Four has been around for a long time, and it's one of the the cornerstone, or was one of the cornerstones of the Marvel comic book series. It was one of their core franchises, and I think that they're trying to make it a little more grounded in reality, make it a little more gritty. And so I don't have a huge problem with any of these changes. Having said that, once he turns into Doom and he becomes he goes from being a blogger in his grandma's basement or whatever he's starting out as, once he becomes Doom, I want to see the guy that we used to read about in the comic books, and hopefully, because he's got all this technological wherewithal already, we can see Doom bots. That's what I'm really hoping for in this new film, is to see at least a setup for Doom bots.
Well, because he's a computer programmer, those Doom bots will probably be inside the internet. Is that cool? Yeah, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm so on the fence on this. I don't know whether to buy or sell it. I really like Trank. I like that he's trying different things. I know a lot about this movie. I have insider knowledge, so it's almost like I don't want to talk too much about it, but this is one of those things to me that I just have to wait and see. Like when I first heard about it, I was angry. Then I thought about it. I was like, well, basically they're changing everything about the Fantastic Four. It's nothing like the original 1963 origin, nor should it be unless it was set in 1963, and they're doing a faithful adaptation. We live in 2014 now. The movie's coming out in 2015. I don't have any problem with updating the characters. I do have a little bit of a problem with Dr. Doom getting superpowers. Once again, he goes into, this negative zone with the Fantastic Four and comes out with like weird electrical. I don't know which producer keeps demanding that Dr. Doom have electrical powers, but I'll throttle you if I ever meet you because it bugs me just as a Stan Lee, Jack Kirby fan. That being said, I'm going to just wait and see on everything that has to do with the Fantastic Four, because what you said is very true. So many people jumped all around, and this was Nolan, somebody who already delivered Batman Begins, and people were like, I can't believe the Brokeback Mountain Jenny, about Heath Ledger, and then he's one of the greatest Joker performances ever, won an Oscar. But I mean, aside from the Oscar, all of us loved his performance.
Yeah.
It was exactly what we had always wanted, since at least for me as a kid reading Dark Knight, it was like, it captured that malevolent, creepy, evil, chaos Joker that just was always like, even with Jack Nicholson, it was just a little too goofy and with a little bang. It's like, I want to see a Joker like that, weird makeup and murdering. It's a very scary thing. This, Doom is not that, but that's all I can say about it. Is I'm going to be like in the middle, buy and sell it.
Yeah,
I got to wait till I see the movie.
Let's take a deep breath.
Yeah, don't go attacking, trying to
see.
You're the guy at the
Kebbell.
game who's selling tickets and buying them at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, you're just
I'm making that
scalping
money,
this
son. I don't know which way to go, but the money's coming. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.